It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
In the criminal justice system, sexually-based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Hey y'all, so I am gonna share my experience being a trans college student with girl roommates. So it's been a lot of like ups and downs, so we're just gonna get into it. Okay, so basically, moving here, like I wanted to have roommates because, I'm a college student. I just feel like I deserve that college experience of having roommates. However, I did not want to have male roommates. For one, I'm too far in my transition to be rooming with men. Also, I didn't want to spook my own tea on campus where I was transferring out the city where I'm from. And I've roomed with males before, and it just turned into everybody and they're trying to fuck me. The last time I had male roommates, I did something with every single roommate that I had. And that wasn't the type of living environment that I wanted. So I moved into this student apartment, mind you. So I moved in with 3 other girls. However, we don't share the same bathroom. We don't share the same bedroom. We all have our own bedroom and bathroom. It's just the only thing that we share is the kitchen and the living room area. But no one ever goes in the living room area, and in the kitchen, people will just go cook their food and go back to the room. Everyone really just stays in their room. So of course, I've never had a living situation like this before. So for me, it was like, I felt like I wanted to tell them that I was trans just to kind of, get that out the way, even though what's between my pants really isn't anybody's business because of the fact that we're not sharing, any intimate spaces together. You know what I'm saying? And I kept things very respectful my whole time staying here. So when I first moved in, when I met everybody, I really wanted to sit down with the girls and have a conversation with them and let them know that I was trans and just kind of like set boundaries. Because mind you, this is new to me too. I've never like had a living situation like this before, and I didn't really know how to navigate it. So when I first moved in, I was texting in the group chat like, "Well, hey y'all, my name is Lo. I was like, mind you, I'm 21, and I was 21, and what you call it? I'm the only one that drives too. So I just kind of like was trying to be extra friendly. I was like, hey, I know we all don't know each other. I was thinking maybe, I can get us like, some wine or, a bottle, whatever y'all want. And we can all just, kind of chill in the living room and get to know each other. I kept trying to have like open spaces for us all to get together so we can all talk. And I was just going to kind of like, in my introduction, kind of like say it. But I was scared. Like I didn't really know how to go about it. But the girls didn't really seem like they really wanted us all to kind of get to know each other. So, like, that invitation was just out in the open. So, like, I was very friendly with all the girls. I knew that they didn't know that I was trans, so I wanted to keep things very respectful. I respected everyone's, personal space. And I was actually just extra friendly because I was, like, in the event that, they do find out that I'm trans, I don't want it to be a thing. You know what I mean? So, like, I would go to the store. Hey, I'm going to the grocery store. I know none of you guys drive. If any of y'all want to ride with me to get some groceries, you can do that. If I would go, like, to American Deli, I would say, hey, I'm going to American Deli. If any of y'all want me to pick up some food, too, just text me your order. I was just very nice and kind to everybody. So everything was cool, everything was fine, everything was dandy. The girls did not know that I was trans, however, it just wasn't a factor. No one really hung out anyways. It was more like a hi and bye, small talk here and there type of conversation with just running to each other when like, one of us is leaving or exiting the apartment. So I was actually the only one that had reached out to all of my roommates individually. So I had made individual connections with all my roommates on, just like, just on a regular level. I know one of my roommates, she didn't drive. Sometimes I would pick her up from campus, because she needed rides to and from school sometimes. The other one, sometimes, like, she was out with her friends and she would be drunk at a party. I would come scoop her after the parties or whatever because I knew that she didn't drive. And the other one, she was kind of like antisocial, but I was always, talking and being friendly. So things took a turn so mind you, y'all, I'm a content creator. I do only cans. So things took a turn when my Twitter got leaked on campus. And I guess my roommates all saw my Twitter. So I was coming back home from the club one day, and I wanted to.
It got leaked.
So I needed a lighter. So I knocked on my roommate's room, and I asked her. I was like, "Hey, do you have a lighter?" But when she opened the door for me, it was all three of my roommates in there. Mind you, they don't talk to each other. So it was already kind of weird that all of y'all are kind of having like a group meeting in the old girl room. Like gave like a apartment, but I wasn't thinking. I was drunk. I was like, oh, I guess maybe it's late, because it was like I forgot what week it was. It was like everybody was outside this week, so I was like maybe they just got drunk and just all was bonding or whatever. But apparently they were having a group meeting about me. So fast forward, I could say like a week later, I got an email from the leasing office, and they were saying, hey, there seems to be, some tension in you guys' apartments, whatever. We're calling for a group meeting. So everyone come down for the group meeting in the leasing office, whatever, next week. Mind you, I'm not knowing what the static is because I didn't have a problem with them. No one ever told me there was a problem. I've been nothing but nice to these girls. So I was blindsided. I didn't even know the meeting was going to be about me being trans. I didn't know. So basically, yeah, so it was like a Wednesday or Thursday. I went to the leasing office, and basically that's when.
All right, everyday people. So this is one of the roommates who chimed in and says, first of all, we already suspected you being trans, and that was never the issue. The issue was you never told us to stop trying. You never told us, so stop trying to paint us as homophobic because they never gave that. Secondly, the only reason why we even took it to the office is because what we saw. Third, we found your TikTok and seeing how you say you never tell dudes that you are trans as a female. Do you know how unsafe that is? Not only are you putting yourself in danger, but everybody around you also. And everything was just so inconsiderate. And F everybody who's saying we weird. And tell everybody how you made a video saying you was gonna fight a 18-year-old over something petty, then proceed to say she doesn't know I'm trans. That's weird as you leaving a lot out. So this one has 575 comments, and then Low, who is the content creator, says, 1 sec because you lying. And no one had to accept living with a man. Someone says no one had to accept living with a man, not to mention your decision to live a dangerous lifestyle puts people around you at risk. Lowe says, you was the only one talk, everybody else was on mute. But girl I liked you. You was chill after we had our talk in the room. Oh. I mean, let's get to part 2.
So then basically the leasing officer or manager tells me that there have been complaints about the type of men I've been having in the apartment, the amount of men I've been having in the motherfucking apartment. So when I heard that, bitch, I gooped. Because first of all, y'all haven't even seen none of the niggas that I've had over here. So where is this coming from? And then on top of that, I'm a content creator. By the time that we had that meeting, yes, I had recorded some content in my room, but I had only had 3 visitors. And they were all college students because I was doing content, people that I went to school with. One was a TSU football player, one was a U of H basketball player, and the other one was just like a regular college student. So I don't know what you mean, the type of men that I'm having or the amount. Bitch, I've only had 3, and the type of men are just regular college students, bitch, okay, but they're DL. So are you uncomfortable with having DL niggas come to the apartment? I don't know what that was given. So the leasing manager was like, so in regards to that, we have to find some type of compromise. She was like, would it be okay if you decided to agree, like you could only have visitors on 2 days out the week? I said no. That's not what I signed in my lease, so I would be having visitors the way that I want to have visitors. I said, I don't run a whorehouse. I said, I haven't had a large sum of visitors, only had 3 so far. And I said, I don't even know where this is coming from. I said, I talked to every single person in here. And I looked at them and I said, and I talked to all of y'all. I go out of my way to always make sure that y'all are good. I'm always nothing but nice to y'all. If any of y'all ever had a problem with someone that I had coming into the apartment, y'all could have told me. But the fact that we're having a meeting about this is not making sense to me. Right? So now they all got their heads down, like, and I'm confused. Like, I just don't understand, like, where these claims are coming from. I don't even know how y'all even know about the guys that I have coming over because, bitch, like I said, they haven't even seen any of the guys. They haven't even seen them. They haven't even crossed paths with any of the guys I had. So I'm confused. Mind you, I don't know that they see my Twitter. So one of the girls finally says, well, you know what? I said what the fuck I said because she was like, I don't give a fuck what you need to do to make your money, but I don't want that shit around me. Ooh, make your money. So now I'm gagging because I'm like, what does she mean by that? Now I'm looking hella uncomfortable. So now I'm kind of like, yeah, I was gagging. No shade, because I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't thinking that was where the conversation was going to go. So then one of the girls was like, okay, you know what? This is petty. She was like, I'm tired of us, basically talking to other girls. She was like, I'm tired of us coming up with all this shit, da-da-da. She was like, so are we going to talk about the real reason why we called this meeting, or are y'all just not going to say it? And so she's looking at other girls like, she was like, we all just already talked about this. Are y'all going to be real and talk about the real reason we're having this meeting, or y'all just going to keep coming up with random shit? And nobody wanted to say nothing. So now I'm looking like, what's the reason? What's the reason? First of all, why are y'all saying these motherfucking claims against me, bitch, when I haven't done nothing wrong? I haven't had nobody crazy in this motherfucking apartment, bitch, and I haven't had that many motherfucking men. I've only had 3. All of us have had guests. So it's giving, y'all was just making motherfucking false claims against me, bitch, because I'm trans. And you just didn't want to say that's just what it was. So no one wanted to say nothing. So the meeting ended. So after the meeting ended, I had to talk to each of the girls separately because I had to get to the bottom of what the fuck was going on. So y'all, so I can't respond to her exact comment because for some reason it's not letting me make a video to it. So I just added my own comment under what she said, and I'm gonna come with the evidence. So you said the problem was the fact that I didn't tell y'all that I was trans, whatever, and that it was nowhere energy. But if that was the case, why did you text me this right after the meeting? Hey, I just wanted to text you to let you know that in the meeting, that was very weird, and I understand where you're coming from 100%, and that me and you have no issues, but a week or 2 ago, something was brought to us about you, but it was a video. I don't care about what you're doing, but I just want our living space to be respected. I do know what you label yourself as, and that's fine too, but I don't have a problem with that. I just came to text you because I don't want you to feel singled out or betrayed or weird or anything, and it's okay that you didn't tell us because that's not something easy to tell people, and it's also your business, but I hope you're okay. So if the vibes at the meeting wasn't fucking weird, bitch, why would you text me that? Bitch, now your foot's in your motherfucking mouth. And then you talking about me saying I was gonna fight an 18-year-old. Bitch, are you talking about the hoe that broke into our motherfucking apartment, poured milk all over our floor, and whooped your ass left and motherfucking right, bitch? I sure did go to her motherfucking door and told her if she kept bullying you, I was gonna fight her. Yeah, I did say that. Was I actually going to fight her? No. But I said that, bitch, because you were getting bullied, bitch, and you got your ass beat. Are you really going to say that after I did all that shit in your defense, bitch, after you got your motherfucking braids pulled out, bitch, and I gave you free motherfucking 30-inch bundles, bitch, because you had motherfucking bald spots? Bitch, are you dumb? What the fuck is wrong with you? And then you're talking about you found my TikTok where I wasn't telling me that I was trans. Bitch, I just started making TikToks about that. I wasn't posting TikToks when I first moved into that motherfucking apartment about being trans, when all that shit had transpired. So, bitch, you're wrong. That definitely didn't happen. And the 3 niggas that I had here, bitch, I was making content with them. So how the fuck would I be making content with niggas that didn't know I was trans? Nothing you're saying is making sense, sweetie. So I decided I was gonna go to each of the girls separately. I was really mad after the meeting. However, I didn't want to the full range of my emotions because I didn't want, I understand that I'm a biological male. I understand I'm trans. I'm living with 3 girls, and I don't want to crash the fuck out over this and not everybody in my apartment feels uncomfortable. So I was like, let me be mature and go up to everyone individually. So there's a girl that lived like right next to me, like right next door. With her, me and her had some issues before that meeting. So I went into her room and we talked about it, honestly. She told me her boundaries, I told her mine, and honestly, the conversation went really fucking well. It wasn't anything negative that I really have to say about her. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I fuck with the bitch. We had a couple smoke sessions afterwards. She ended up moving out, and I did not want her to move out because after that whole situation, we got cool. And honestly, she was like one of my favorite roommates. So I got nothing bad to say about her. Like, we ended up talking about it. That was really it. I mean, we both said our apologies. We had other stuff going on, but it was just like, whatever. Then there was another girl across the hall. She ended up moving out as well. We didn't have a direct conversation about it, but she sent me this paragraph basically telling me that she felt bad about the way that the whole meeting had went, and she empathized with what I was saying. But she was also very direct about her boundaries as well, like for us moving forward, you know, being roommates. And I was like, you know what, I understand, I respect it, I really appreciated the message she sent me. Honestly, I really liked it. It was really so sweet. So with that, I mean, didn't really have any issues with her. Me and her kind of like a bumpy road, like when she started to move out over something that I think she thought that I took her bows, but I didn't. But I mean, like, I don't have anything problem. She ended up unfollowing me and removing me on Instagram, but I don't have no problems with her. So it was just kind of like lay back and see bygones. Then there's the last girl. So I went and talked to her. She was actually the quietest one during the meeting. I went to talk to her, but she was the one that actually made the reports against me. So with her, me and her talked, and she basically said that it was just uncomfortable for her first because she had never, you know, roomed with a trans girl before. And so it was new to her, and she said she just really didn't know how to go about it, and she was different. And she said she talked to her parents about it, you know, the fact that I was a content creator. And basically her mom had said, you know, don't judge her. You never know, like, what she's going through, like, why she's doing her content. And after that, we talked about boundaries, and everything was cool. So after that, it was like little stuff that happened in the apartments, which is like not really relevant to like the story that I'm getting at. But I mean, like, everything was cool. Like the first two girls I told y'all about, like, I have nothing bad to say about them. I think we had our ups and downs, but it was kind of like, let bygones be bygones. But now we're gonna get to the third bitch, because shit started to go down after the first two girls moved out. So before I even finish addressing you, I don't even have a problem with you. If you listen to what I said in part 4, ho, wasn't even trying to bang with you. But how you feel, we can really wake it up. First of all, never knocked on your motherfucking door. After the meeting, bitch, you left. I went and knocked on motherfucking Mackenzie's door, and me and Mackenzie talked. Me and you never had a talking person, bitch. You texted me right after that meeting. So that's the first thing. Second thing, who's pushing 30? Bitch, I'm 22. What do you mean pushing 30? And never was worried about you. Bitch, you guys called me. I was out at a Sneaky Link's house. You called me motherfucking crying, bitch, because you got your motherfucking ass whooped, bitch. You got your motherfucking braids pulled out. Fuck are you talking about? Where is this static coming from? Bitch. And it's just so crazy to me, bitch, because when you was motherfucking banging with your nigga in that room, ho, who was outside that door making sure he didn't touch you? Me. Bitch, I never did nothing to you, bitch. Pipe the fuck down. Then you talking about some I want to be what the fuck you are, bitch. I don't want to be shit that you have going on, bitch. Fuck are you talking about? I got motion in real life. Don't want nothing that you have. What do you mean? Talking about I want to be you, bitch. You have my bundles in your motherfucking head, bitch. Fuck are you talking about? Don't you ever. Now, you need to be quiet, Jamie, with all that stuff that you believe in that motherfucking sink. Bitch, are you serious? Bitch, I don't go in that kitchen. I can't cook. You're the only one that cooks, girl. If I go now, bitch, and show that stovetop or show what you have in the sink, you're gonna get, girl. You talking about what's nasty, bitch. Talk about your pussy, bitch. You was just in the hospital for your UTI, bitch. And who drove you to the hospital, bitch? When you was on the ground motherfucking throwing up, bitch, from that your motherfucking UTI. Who drove you? Me. I drove you. Who was calling hospitals to see who could get your insurance so you would be okay? Me. I did that. Watch your motherfucking mouth before I clear you again. And if we talking about having crazy niggas in the motherfucking apartment, bitch, you had one nigga in here that left toting motherfucking guns, waving his gun in the motherfucking air after he left from fucking you, bitch. And the other one robbed $300 worth of weed from you, bitch. You bringing in guns and robbers into the motherfucking apartment, but you want to talk about me? Jamie, get the fuck out of my motherfucking page before I really get into you, bitch. I just read you a couple days ago. Don't make me read you on TikTok, for real.
It even a dig. Shut your ass up. Not gonna be big like that.
Anything else?
You literally have a dig, but titties.
Okay. We know that. That's what you're looking at.
Yeah, I know that. And it's actually disgusting as shit.
You know, like, I don't know, like what these ladies is going through as college students is probably it's probably crazy. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm pulling up one of the other girls' TikToks because I think some people done changed their TikToks and stuff and went private ever since this went down.
Miss Armstrong, I have never broken into your daughter's room. I don't even know how to break into a room. Anything that your daughter may or may not have, I could buy from. I don't need anything that she has. I've never broken into her room. I don't even know where this is coming from. The issue about her losing her items and getting stolen, you need to talk to your daughter about the type of men she brings into her room. She just had somebody in here that was some little hood nigga that was in here waving guns, whatever. And the guy that was just over here 3 days ago that stole your daughter's weed. And she was calling him saying, you stole from me, give me my shit, give me my shit, give me my shit. So when he came back in here to press your daughter, what did I do? I came out my room and stood outside her room to make sure that he didn't bother her. And when he asked me why I'm out there, I said, because you was doing too motherfucking much and you're not gonna press my roommate. So I'm here to make sure there's no shit. You got a problem with that. Never stole from her. Never needed nothing from your daughter. So I don't even know where that narrative is coming from, but please don't spread that. Please. Cause like, girl, what? Now, I'm not here to argue with nobody's mother. I respect my elders. So, and I understand you're gonna take her side because that's your daughter. And I respect that, I do. But at the end of the day, I don't have a problem with her. Didn't even say her name until she came into my comments. But I understand your concern. I understand the concern because I am trans. I will acknowledge the truth. I'm trans. And I know some people are uneducated about trans women. So you may feel like I may be a threat to your daughter, but I'm not. I don't have a problem with her. I'm not even going to speak to her. I move out on the 19th. So I'll be leaving. It's no problem. I'm not going to touch your daughter. Never threatened to touch your daughter. Never threatened to hurt her. Nothing. Anytime we've argued, it's been me responding to something that she said to me. So you can do with that as you must. I'm just here existing in my transness. I'll be leaving soon, and neither of y'all have to worry about me again. Have a great day. And then she gonna come outside my door talking about something. Come outside, get closer, get closer.
Here, come a little closer, actually.
No, I don't have
Come a
to.
little closer.
I don't, oh, girl, I'll tell you something for real. I'm gonna argue with you, but you need to not throw something. Y'all can do what y'all need to do.
I could call the police on you and talk about how you basically is talking about my character online.
You seem like you throwing stuff. I have my limits for how far I'm gonna go with you. So if you wanna argue, we can argue. But you need to keep it cute, for real.
I'm gonna keep shit cute, bitch.
I'm just letting you know I have my limits for how far I'm gonna go with you.
I don't give no fucks.
Cause you're little and you're a girl, so I don't wanna do too much. Girl, I'm not fighting you. You're like 5'1" and you're a biological woman. I'm not fighting you. We can argue all day, but I'm not doing that. Then I overheard her on the phone with her mom talking about some. Her mom was like, well, we're gonna call the police and say that she was trying to hit you. Now, she did clear that up and told her mom, like, no, she didn't try to hit me. But, like, I've never, ever tried to incite violence on any of these girls. So, mind you, I did a story time to tell my experience having roommates as a trans girl. I wasn't going to say nobody names. They're the only ones that knew who I was talking about. I wasn't saying nobody's names. I wasn't going to do that. Y'all know I get on here and I tell story times. That's what I was going to do. It didn't even need to escalate. I didn't say nothing bad about those girls until they came on here calling me all this, like, this, that, and the third. And when me and her live together, I don't need to be thinking like it's finna be that. I was sharing my piece about how my feelings were hurt, and now they motherfucking talking about something. We can pull up there, we can get people to pull up there. If that's how you feel like you need to do, you can do that. I have it on camera. Y'all talking about somehow y'all can get people to pull up on me. Do that if that's what you feel like you need to do. You can do that. But I'm not finna be doing that the most of y'all. I'm not finna fight y'all over a story time about how my feelings hurt. Like, girl, period. And it's just so crazy to me. I feel like as a trans person, y'all will use us for your advantage to benefit y'all and then play the victim. She had a guy over here the other day that took $300 worth of weed from her. And she knocked on my door and she told me, she was like, hey, just letting you know, I have this guy that I just got into it with. He's kind of crazy. He tried to break into our apartment a couple days ago. So that because me and him got into it. When he knocked on the door again, who was outside that door? Right there for that nigga. So he wouldn't touch her. And he even said, why are you standing outside? And I was like, well, you was pressing my roommate and you was being all loud, so I'm trying to make sure it's nothing. Do you got a problem with that? And what did he do? He left. When someone came in here and jumped my roommate, who went downstairs and knocked on those girls' doors and told the girls that if they messed with my roommates again, it was gonna be an issue? Me. When one of my roommates was getting into it with her boyfriend and they was motherfucking yelling, who sat outside their door so nothing would happen? Me. So it's like, I did nothing but try to be a good roommate to y'all. I wanted a sisterhood. I wanted friends. I didn't even want all of this. I haven't done nothing to y'all. Any issues that y'all had, y'all could have just told me privately. I didn't even get on TikTok to bash y'all. I was doing this story time to educate other trans girls about what it's like potentially rooming with biological women. I didn't even want to bang. So it's just like, y'all all mad, but y'all exposed yourselves. I never said y'all names. So, let it be what it needs to be.
Yeah, man. I don't know what milk is, but so she made the girls clean up the milk, and then right after that, the girl who milked her posted this video. That is crazy. She says, milked you in the crib and beat you up, dummy. Okay, this is what the girl posted, and now here's the girl in here with the Crocs on, cleaning it up. That's crazy. Shout out to the girl with the UNC's to Chicago shoes. What to do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional. Yes, we staying lit, big dog. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my player partner, Lucky Wheels and Deals. He keeps it lit. Like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Hit the links below. We got HiveMindLabs.com where you can unbig that back. Use the discount code everydaypj at checkout. You can check out Mook's Coffee also. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get your coffee on. Get your coffee on, man. Let's get into it, man. So, I don't know where to go with this, man. There's so many different things to unpack on this. It's like, there's a situation with the roommates. Now, granted, she's not being honest up front, but who is ever honest about who they're moving in with as a roommate? I think, though, that may be one thing that should be mentioned up front, although I know it's uncomfortable, just to make people aware of the situation. I guess I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, as a man, if I approach a woman and the woman is biologically a man but lives their life as a woman, I think I have the right to know. But then that person doesn't have. It's not their right to tell me just like right then. You just, you give that person the opportunity to make the decision that they want to do. If they want to, they don't want to. Honestly, in these day and ages, I mean, y'all seen my channel enough to know what the fuck be going on. So, but I think, everyone has a right to know in certain circumstances, but you don't have to tell everybody that you meet or you don't have to make it a big deal. I think when she said that somebody exposed her Twitter as if her Twitter is a private page, it's probably not private. And because most content creators are not private. But there are content creators that that have private channels or have private pages, and the reason they have private pages is I don't know, I don't know, because there's only a select few that will be interested, and that the ones that are interested, they can have at it. Making the content inside the house, I believe, that should be a violation, because why are you using our place of living as a sex studio? I think maybe hotels will be more responsible for you to use, just to keep your friends safe, because you don't want to be bringing people around your roommates. You know what I mean? You don't. Not saying that they're gonna sleep with them, but they could hurt. They could potentially come back and do whatever. So I think that for many reasons, as doing content, but even as just having people over, it could go any way, because I know all of them had somebody over. So you can't just say this person can't have somebody over and this person can't have somebody over, but this person can't because of their sexuality. I don't think that's a valid reason to not let someone have someone over. But I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. So one thing is for sure is that, like, I don't think people are transphobic. I think some people are just not used to the idea of what's going on. It's not new, but considering black people have been fighting for equal rights for hundreds of years, and they come in with, just taking all the rights. Taking all the rights that black people fought for and afforded to, and then not only that, you black and trans. You and then with natural born women, you're definitely getting discriminated against. So, and I think the worst part about it is, yes, these ladies are young and they may not be mature enough to accept it. They might be accepting, like, you know what? Let's not beef. But I do feel some type of way, because some people are raised different. So you got to understand, if people are raised in households where they using religion or morals or whatever to not do certain things, then only thing you could do is respect that. You can't be like, oh, I don't give a damn about your religion, I don't give a damn about your morals. But then that person also has to respect you. So it's a two-way thing. It's like, I don't know you, so let's get comfortable knowing each other. And I think that's the main thing it was. These women never wanted to be friends, for what she says. And one of the friends was in the chat, and she was talking about, everything that you say is not true. So we don't really know 100%. Again, nobody else is telling the story. I've tried to follow the mom. I think I found one of the girls, her page, and she's pretty popular on TikTok, but she has yet to respond to it.
All that tough shit get you hurt, little.
This is in Chicago. It sounds to me that they're down south, or maybe they are. But I don't see any comments saying anything about being transphobic. So I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure if this is her. If this is one of the people, but the name is so close, and the name is so, like, it ain't the same as everybody else, that it's kind of like, this could be her, but it's not the girl from this video. So I'm not gonna show this other woman, because I'm not sure if it's her. Because like I said, I've showed people before, and they take me down. That ain't me. I'm like, I don't know you. I was just scroll, because I be just scrolling. I used to just scroll and try to find people, and then I'll be like, I don't know, this ain't them. And then somebody get mad. Because I seen my picture on Everyday PJ. That ain't me. Girl, chill out. You not that important, okay? I said it wasn't you. Whatever. But I don't think these people are transphobic. I think they are just misunderstood from the situation. Everybody is. We got to start giving people grace on their feelings, because one thing is for sure, people got to give this person grace, and this person has to give those ladies grace. Has to. You have to. You can't be upset when someone doesn't accept you. Man, I'm going to just say, one time I was talking to a woman, and she was like, yeah, I'm not interested no more. And I was like, shit, alright. I just immediately stopped talking to her. It didn't hurt my feelings. Because I understand. Maybe she don't like me. Maybe I didn't like her. I can tell you, she unfollowed me, unfriended me, all that nonsense. And I was just like, that's interesting. But I also didn't get mad, because everybody's not going to like you. And how arrogant of me to make it seem like everybody's going to like me, which I didn't. But no, even if she did or she didn't, if she did like me, fine, we could have kept doing what we was doing. But I noticed in myself that I wasn't really feeling it. There was a lot of other things that I didn't get, but I still wanted to see if this person would be my person. I didn't cut her off, but I'm glad she did, because then that gave me the wherewithal. Like, man, we probably wasn't gonna work out anyway, because I just seen stuff that I didn't like, and then I didn't have to confront those feelings. I just moved on. So in this situation, she's putting out a current situation right now about her and her roommates while she still lives there, and she just got approved for a new apartment. Now, Low Tipton has to move out. All these girls are staying in their apartment. They're not tripping. I don't think it was ever Low, and I don't think it was the other girls. I think people were confused. People had mixed feelings about what Low had going on. And when it came to address it, nobody wanted to address it. But I tell you what, like I said, they don't have to. The situation speaks for itself. You should have been upfront, even if nobody wanted to hear it, even if it made you uncomfortable. Because the people who gonna be around you the most, you need them to know. Everybody in the world don't need to know. Social media didn't need to know this. It just is what it is. Some things we just gotta keep to ourselves. Everyday people, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna holler at you later. Peace.